everybody, I'm Madison Windsor, your SALT Marketing Director. Today I'm here with Elle. Hi. We have MLM is for Murder opening this weekend, Friday and Saturday. The show's at 7 and Sunday at 2. It is free admission in Newdick as always. So we're just going to talk about the show a little bit and get into it. So first of all, can you tell us a little bit about the show and what people can expect from these performances?
Yeah, so MLM is for Murder is a dark comedy. It follows two women. The first is Felicity, who lives in Utah and is Mormon, and she joins an MLM, or a multi-level marketing company, also known as like a pyramid scheme, that's inspired by LuLaRoe, if you know what LuLaRoe
Yes.
is. And so obviously it's a pyramid scheme, so it's like horrible to her mental health. And she just kind of starts spiraling, and she eventually snaps and starts killing the other women in the MLM.
Oh, wow.
And then on the other side, like country, we have a woman in DC who like hates her 9 to 5, and starts picking up a true crime podcast. And so she starts like following the cases as they're happening.
Oh, wow.
And the two girls were like frenemies in high school, and there's a lot of drama there. But it's great. It's really a commentary on capitalism as a whole, how it affects women, and also like the capitalization of true crime, which I feel like is such a big thing now, obviously, since like the Dahmer show just came out, and kind of just where we draw the line at profiting off our own and each other's suffering.
For sure, that's super interesting. So off of that, what made you want to direct this show in particular? Yeah,
so like I said, I feel like the show is so important to like now. Obviously, it's very current.
Right, very relevant.
Very relevant, yeah. And I love all of the characters, because it's another show where like there are very few characters that are just good. You know, I feel like as every human in this world has some kind of flaw, whether it's greed, it's gluttony, it's whatever, right? We all have something that's like holding us back, so to say. And I think every character has one of those, and it fully represents that. And also, it's just, like, it's funny. Like, it's a dark comedy. I've always been a big dark comedy fan, because, you know, at this point, like, we've been going through, like, horrible stuff for so long. At this point, you just, like, have to laugh at it.
Yeah,
or else
you're not surviving, you're not living,
Literally,
exactly.
So.
Cool, that's super interesting, super exciting. So what's been your proudest moment in the rehearsal process so far?
Honestly, like, seeing the whole thing come together, from just like casting and then production meetings and blocking. We just finished blocking the whole show yesterday. Or I guess a week, depending on when you post this. It's been a long time since I've, you know, actually directed anything. The last thing I think was, you know, like in high school, the like senior one acts or whatever, and then of course like COVID happened. And the whole world just shut down. But I think just being so passionate about this show and seeing it really like come to light has been just like so great.
Yes, that's the beauty of SALT, the beauty of student work. It's super cool, super exciting. What has been your biggest challenge so far?
Not really a challenge, just like something I wasn't quite expecting is the amount of moving parts. Being a director is great, but it is truly, like, you have a hand in everything. You know, so when I'm not in rehearsal with actors, I'm writing emails to everyone, I'm, you know, trying to tell my PSM to write emails to everyone, I'm looking over our lighting designer's lighting cues, I'm looking over stage props, I'm looking over, everything. It's, great, but it is just, you know, it's a lot.
For sure, but the rewarding part of like just seeing all of it come together is super cool too.
No, and I think like that's what's great. It's not, I shouldn't say it's work. It's more of like meeting with people and like checking over their work. And I think like seeing also how passionate people are about the project just like makes it so much better.
That's so exciting. So what do you hope audiences will gain from coming to see this show?
Well, I obviously want them to have fun. It's like just such a fun show, even though the subject matter is a little heavy. I want them to have fun, but I also kind of want them to think about how they consume media, regardless of, you know, podcasts or true crime, whatever, how they consume it, how they let it affect their brains and also like their own goals in life. Both characters really struggle with like, I want this goal, but I don't quite know how to reach it. And, you know, there's like a way to obviously reach your goals without harming other people in the process. And I feel like that's something, especially in this industry, like we all have to learn.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. Super important stuff. Just to leave us with something fun, I guess, is there anything that's really stood out in this rehearsal process or just in general that, like, is a fun little tidbit about the show?
Oh, every single one of our designers are fantastic. Yeah. They are absolutely incredible. They are putting in so much work, like I said, looking over like everything they've put in. Our fight choreographer there is one fight in the show and it's so good. We watch it every time and we're like,
is that real?
Yeah, it's great, but it's just like
exciting.
A lot of fun. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's super cool. That's super fun.
Yeah.
It seems like the show's coming together, a lot of hard work, like on all ends, which is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So come see MLM is for Murder, opening this weekend, Friday and Saturday at 7 p.m., Sunday at 2 p.m., free admission in Newdick Theater and Schaefer Street Playhouse. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. Bye.
Bye.